Hey guys, what's going on? Dylan here. And today what we're going to talk about is back pain, and specifically what type of back pain do you have. If your back hurts while you're standing up, typically you have what's called extension intolerance. You're intolerant to this motion here at the low back when you extend the low back. And when you have pain when you're sitting, you have what's called flexion intolerance. That's when you have pain with any rounding at the low back. So before we get into the best stretches for each of those, what I want to talk about is the idea of a stable core, because a stable core is what's really going to give you long-term a pain-free environment for the low back. With the stable core, what you want to think about is let's talk about the core first. So what is the core? Core is all the muscles below the ribs and above the pelvis and all the way around. So we got the front abs, the obliques, and the back. And when we talk about a stable core, you want to think about an incompressible cylinder. So a stable core means there's no movement from the low ribs to just above the hips. So when you're doing your ab work, when you're doing core work, you always want to have that idea there. That's why sit-ups have been found to cause low back pain and not be good at all for your low back. Think about a bridge. If you had a bridge and you had stronger front abs and weaker obliques I'm talking about the muscles. The muscles are like the wires that hold up the bridge. If you have if you have stronger front abs and weaker obliques, you're gonna have differences in the wires, which is gonna lead to a collapse in the bridge. Same thing with the back. If you have difference in an unstable core, it's going to lead to low back pain. So let's get into the best stretches for each. The first stretch we're gonna go into is for those of you who are extension intolerant. And because your back hurts when you go into extension, we're gonna have you engage your core and go into a little bit more extension on the ground in a more stable position. Now, when you're on the ground, this movement is what's called a cobra. You're gonna be on the ground and you're gonna have your hands below your shoulders. From there, you're gonna squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as you can, and you're gonna press up, rounding slightly at the low back, but mostly at the upper back. You're gonna hold up top for 2, and then come back. Now, the best move for those of you who are actually flexion intolerant is gonna be a basic plank. Now, when you think about flexion intolerance, you're thinking about this motion here causing all the pain. Now, what is a plank? You're holding this and you're avoiding this motion. So creating a stronger anti-flexion core is what's gonna keep you out of low back pain for those of you who are flexion intolerant. Now with the plank, you wanna have your forearms parallel to your body. You wanna squeeze your butt cheeks and engage your core, and then use your core to actually bring your whole body up. From there, you're just holding as long as you can. If you have both, a combination of both, as well as creating more core stability with plank side planks, and any core movement that you're gonna keep your whole core stable, is gonna be conducive to get you out of low back pain. Again, I'm Dylan from Dylan Conrad Fitness. As always, please like, share, and subscribe.